Mornings with Matt and Bob, powered by Chewy. I'm going to say my goodbye, my final goodbye in just a second to the Chinese spy/weather balloon.
That's really. Are you okay mentally and emotionally?
No.
The story's been really.
I know. And yesterday I said, go ahead. Go ahead.
The story's been really important to you.
Yeah, yesterday I said I wasn't going to comment anymore about it, but something else came to light in the news today about it, and I've got a riff on it.
You can't let go of the story that nobody's talking about.
But before I do, our super fan Abel not only sent tacos, but sent me a very well packaged. I'm going to guess it's either a cat calendar or a record album.
Abel, hit us up, too, with where these tacos came from. They were excellent.
Yeah, curious.
This is a record from Good Records to Go in Dallas, and it's very well packaged, so I'm encouraged that this is going to be some kind of audiophile pressing.
I hope it's another copy of Joni Mitchell's Blue.
And I want to encourage all of the listeners to send me albums. You'll get one of these.
Okay. I want to encourage all of the listeners to send me cash. Cold hard cash.
Send me nudes.
Oh, you know what?
I hope confetti pops out of it.
I want another shot. I'd rather I want the nudes more than cash.
Too late.
Man,
I'll sell them to you, though.
This is so well packaged, I can't even get the thing out.
Look at that. What is that?
AstroTurf edition, live from AstroTurf. Alice Cooper. It's a special.
That's the real deal.
It's a special audio file. 461. No, 46 out of 1,000 copies.
Whoa.
It's an Alice Cooper live album from, I don't know what they mean by the Astrodome. Is that from, I guess, from the AstroTurf?
The AstroTurf must have been a club in Dallas, maybe?
I don't know. Maybe. In the beginning, Alice Cooper was a band, a brotherhood of hard rock, psychodrama, and floor-length hair.
And so this is the whole group.
Yeah.
Which, frankly, don't get mad at me, but the group was a little better when it was an entire group.
Mm-hmm. This is number 46. That's the lowest edition of a album I've ever gotten before. It comes with an art print. Alice Cooper. Wow, thank you, Abel. Holy cow. Holy cow.
I hope that was just next to Abel's Tacos, and it was brought to you by somebody else who's not getting the credit.
Comes with a sticker and a playing card and an art print, and that is a nice package. And I know because I have a nice package.
It might not be from Abel.
Don't dent that, dude, because...
What do you mean?
What color vinyl is that, on pink vinyl or something? Anyway,
more.
So here's my final take on the Chinese spy/weather balloon.
Okay.
All right. And I wasn't going to bring it up again, but I saw this story on Insider today, and I'm incensed. Now, I'm a grown-ass man, okay? I'm a man of a certain age. I've lived on military installations. I think I know how the world works. I lived so close to the runway in some of the places that I lived, especially at Bergstrom. I lived on Bergstrom with my parents. Our duplex was so close to the runway, I would just hear the jets flying sorties all the time, like in the middle of the night. Doesn't matter. Trimming their engines and flying sorties and all that stuff.
I've lived in the flight path since I moved to Austin. So
yeah, well, okay. All right, that's different.
I feel like that's
different than an F4. F4 is kind of loud. And you think, okay, I've seen movies. I've seen Top Gun. I've seen Top Gun Maverick. I've seen, I even watched that one that came out a few weeks ago, Devotion or whatever that one was called. I think I have a feeling I know what our military's capable of. And this is not an anti-military thing. But a top commander, according to Insider, came out yesterday and said, wait, let me preface this by saying, we were looking at an object floating in the sky about the size of it's like basically a floating Walmart.
Oh, it's like a Chewy.
Like a floating Chewy. No, bigger than that. Like a Walmart in the sky traveling at 0.0 miles an hour.
Was it that big, the box hanging off it or whatever?
The balloon itself was like 2 football fields or something. It's
really?
or a football field. I don't know. It's crazy big. It's 60,000 feet in the air, and it was still visible from the ground. But a commander for the U.S. military recently came out, yesterday, as a matter of fact, on the 8th, and said the U.S. military did not know if the missile that took out the Chinese spy balloon would work.
Meaning, I'm confused by that. Wouldn't work how?
Wouldn't work.
It's a missile.
Like, they were afraid they were not going to be able to shoot it down. They would miss. Or that the missile would...
You just said it was the size of a Walmart.
All you have to do is poke a hole in it.
Yeah.
From the sky.
You can get that with you can get it with a needle.
They said that they weren't sure that the F-22 armed with the AIM-9X Sidewinder missile would work when the pilot fired it.
Is that why it took the 2 days to bring it down?
I have no idea.
Were they actually thinking through, like, hey, what do we... So we don't get embarrassed.
Now, even in Top Gun, when Goose's navigation goes out or his targeting system goes out, they go to manual. Right? Can't they put a lock on a target manually?
Hey, Manny.
Hey.
Come get your boots.
It's a giant balloon. They just had to put a hole in it, and they weren't sure the missile was going to hit it.
Who's the...
And now I'm assuming
Who's
they
the guy?
picked the best plane they had on the lot.
Quote? What's the actual quote?
Okay. You want the actual quote?
Yeah, because I'm wondering if this is
All
one
right.
of those stories
This
where they're
is
trying to make a story where there is no story.
General Glenn Van Herk.
So that means he just has a general knowledge.
Commander of NORAD and U.S. Northern Command.
Okay.
Told reporters on Monday he was unsure if the Air Force ever tested an AIM-9 against a balloon target at
that's
such
not
a high
missing.
altitude.
That's different.
That's missing.
different than unsure that it would work. He said, I'm unsure if we've ever tested this.
Well, but I'm not aware of any engagements against the high-altitude balloon such as this. We did not have the weapons data. Come on, man. You're creating drama.
That's a story where
you're
they're
creating drama.
That's a story that's trying to create something there. He's saying, hey, they said, hey, have you ever shot down a balloon before? And he said, I'm unaware of us ever shooting down a balloon before.
So who are you blaming? You blaming him, NORAD, or the insider?
I think the insider's creating a story here that doesn't exist. I don't think he's saying that we didn't think it would work. He's saying, we hadn't done it before.
But he's saying, I think what he's saying between the lines is that they were unsure if it was going to work, if they did it.
You need them to be unsure, don't you? You need that for your soul to put a button on the story.
Maybe, no.
Have they found the thing yet? Did they find it in the water yet?
They're finding parts of it. I saw a picture of a Zodiac boat where some Navy guys were pulling some white stuff some white tarp out of the ocean.
Oh, that's whale sperm.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Solidified whale sperm. No, maybe my perception of the military and the armament and the technology that we have is not accurate. Maybe I should stop going to movies.
Wait, are you saying that you're getting all of your information about the military from the movies?
Specifically Top Gun.
Okay. I think
Did you just smirk, Oliver? I think I heard Oliver smirk over here running
Oliver's
camera.
in here running cameras. He did
I don't know.
I think he had because allergies. Someone caught. Yeah, he's allergies. He said.
Oh, okay. Allergies. Okay, allergies.
He's not a young. Are you Gen Z?
I think I'm a millennial.
Okay.
I was born in 95. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know what they mean. Let's just say that a young person did not smirk at you for getting all of your information from the Top Gun franchise. That's not what you heard.
He's talking about weather conditions here, talking about a significantly lower range missile that is generally a heat-seeking device, and so they weren't sure it was going to hit.
I mean, just line up on the thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I think it has to do with the maximum height capacity of the missile. Because the higher you go, the less dense that the air is.
Then pick a different missile.
Wait, are you a guy with a physics degree who happened to find his way into radio? That's not who you are you?
No, not at all.
I would listen to Oliver on this one with this actual physics degree. Dude, this is not supposed to be your segment, Oliver, but when your parents found out that you had gotten a physics degree and then you were like, oh, I got a job working at this radio station with a bunch of idiots, is there just a family shame that's come over it all?
No, I think the family shame comes from my inability to play soccer.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all fixed. It's all worked out. It's all worked out then. Okay.
All right, so you're good with it. You're good with it. We have all the technology we need. I thought we had Star Wars. I thought we could shoot it from a satellite. I didn't think...
Is your fear that they're going to send another Hindenburg
My
to
fear
attack
is that
us?
we always have these events and tragedies in some case. In the case of 9/11, and you think, or the case of the spy balloon or anything else, you think, well... Or an asteroid that's going to hit the the planet.
All of those are moving at a high rate of speed. What you're saying is we're unsure because we have not yet gone after a target that is soft and slow moving.
non-moving. It was hovering.
I don't have my...
Maverick could have shot this with a blindfold on.
But guess what? Now, did they ask the NORAD guy, hey, now that you've shot one down, now are you certain you can do it? Because now he's going to be like, yeah, we know we can do it.
Because I have to assume they picked the best plane on the lot, the best pilot they had, armed with the best equipment. But there was still a question mark? Am I crazy?
The best pilot they had?
Yeah.
So Kent Fonseca.
He's not in the military.
Well, you were real quick to let us know that it wasn't your brother.
No, it wasn't my brother.
But he could have done it.
I mean, it's not like they loaded a Red Ryder BB gun on a crop duster and went after it.
They could have.
They sent the best of the best. They sent Top Gun. And it was still a question mark.
Some dude's so pissed off because he was playing Call of Duty in his barracks, and they were like, hey, we need you to get in the plane and go shoot down this balloon. He's like, ugh.
Don't we have a drone to do that?
Yeah, exactly. Can't we fly a drone into it or something?
Don't we have a drone to do that?
Oh, here's what I don't understand. I feel like Elon Rogan would have had something that he could have put through there.
You say Elon Rogan?
Yeah, his name, is it?
I don't know. When I see articles like this, and I know the people like the Insider, they have to create salacious headlines, but they've got an actual quote from this commander saying, "Yeah, we didn't know, never done it before, can't be sure, we might have missed it." Can you imagine the embarrassment?
Well, that's
of having to shoot from the other wing, to circle around and take a second shot?
If it didn't work, then there'd be a story here. I don't think it's...
Wouldn't you just launch another plane with another missile on it?
Yeah, but you'd have some explaining to do, Lucy.
I think they have explaining to do now if they didn't think they could do it.
I would want some explanation if you're testing these on balloons.
I think we need to talk to Bob about how quickly memes work, because the whole world, literally the entire world, even China, it was their balloon, they don't care about this story anymore. But somehow it has really tied into your psyche in a way where, so people know that this is not a bit that you're doing.
Right.
You've been coming in here for the last couple of days.
Yeah.
And in the morning, you're just like, I don't know. I just don't. And I'm like, what? Because you're talking to yourself. And you're like, I don't know, this balloon is really...
I don't know. Maybe this is the beginning of my conspiracy theory podcast or something. Maybe I'm going to join the ranks of Elon Rogan and start just go off because there's something wrong. There's something wrong about this whole story.
It's kind of interesting because, after they down it, the first thing they're going to do is reverse engineer it and see, what they got.
Right.
And I'm with Bob on this one. I think it's kind of cool.
Why did they
do?
Yeah.
I'm the out man.
I don't know. To each their own, man.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of neat.
I want to know what they find. I want to know why they let it go across the entire country before they shot it down. I've flown. Have you ever flown across the country? Once you get past,
were my arms tired.
When you start going west, you see nothing but empty spaces with not anything on it but a crop circle or whatever.
Infrastructure.
Nothing. Mm-hmm. You're telling me they had to wait for it to get into the Atlantic Ocean before they could shoot it down? Because they were afraid it was going to fall on somebody?
Well, they probably did it on purpose. They could let it cross the U.S., see what information... Because it's not like... most countries are pretty open about satellite imaging, except when it comes to very sensitive sites, like military sites and things like that. But it wasn't going through military sites for the most part.
Well, they were saying this thing had hoverability. It had some navigation and not navigation, but steering ability and hovering ability.
If they make a balloon like this and they're willing to let morning show hosts go up for a ride, then I'm interested in this balloon. Short of that, I don't care.
We disagree.
I was never really into the MotoGP, and then they called up and they let me ride on one of those MotoGP bikes.
Yep.
And now I really care about I'm very selfish and narrow-minded where this is
I
concerned.
apologize to the listeners.
No reason to apologize.
I'm going to say probably not going to do a Chinese spy balloon story tomorrow. Probably. But the day's still young.
There's another one, Bob.
The day is still young.
There's another balloon?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, there's one over South America right now, or Central America or something. Yeah.
Oh, that's going to drive you crazy.
Yeah. And I bet you the commander of the Argentinian Air Force is not making comments like, we're not sure we can shoot it down. They're damn straight sure they know they're going to shoot it down.
If it's over Central America, why is the Argentinian...
Well, I don't know.
Why are they involved
I don't know if it's under... I haven't looked at the story yet. I'm going to do my research. I'm not sure if it's over Central America or South. They just said Latin America. What's that?
I think it's like Central America.
Yeah.
What is Latin America?
Yeah.
Are you asking me, or are you asking me as a Texan? If I'm a Texan, I'm like, I don't know, it's just all Mexicans.
Mexico?
Mexico, I guess. I don't know. They're all I don't know. Different flavors of Mexico, I guess.
There
Or if
you
you're
go.
asking me specifically, yeah, I would think it would still be Central America.
There you go.
All right.
All right. I'm sorry. Maybe I...
There's no reason to apologize.
Maybe I don't know how the world works,
I
but I
like
thought
it.
we had more technology than
Be
this.
tuned in tomorrow on a Friday morning house party when you hear the 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Bruce Springsteen. Be the 10th caller.
Get registered.
You'll be one of our final registrants to win